What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. We are your Colorado real estate family. Got a super interesting video today, so we're going to be talking about the top 10 reasons why you need to move to and live in Colorado.
All right, let's go. If you're new to our channel, Chelsea and Pete here, and if you're interested in moving to Colorado, Denver, or any of the surrounding cities, we're the people that you need to know. So do yourself a favor and subscribe here, and go ahead and hit the notification bell because we're putting out a couple videos a week now.
Yeah, guys, like always, we like to be your boots on the ground experts, because if you're looking at moving into the state from another state, we know exactly what that's like. So we like to give you all the information that you need in regards to making that decision. With that, licensed real estate agent here, helping you out with all your real estate needs when you're purchasing a house in Colorado. So we're gonna throw our phone number in right below there. That way, if you wanna reach out to us, then you got that phone number, go ahead and give us a call or a text. Most likely it's gonna be Chelsea that's answering. So let's go ahead and dive in this video right now.
Start with 10, which is beer and food.
Yeah, so what we really wanted to hit on with this is, we've talked about this many times, how Colorado is like one of the top craft brewery states in the United States. I think we're number 4th with the number of craft brewers that we have in the state of Colorado. We also wanted to mention the food. We've mentioned it a few times before. With such an influx of people coming into Colorado, there's a lot of these like entrepreneurial restaurant types that are bringing all these like kind of awesome new foods, different, bougie restaurants and such. And so there's so many great spots to eat that are outside of your typical corporate or I guess franchise style food.
Yeah, and not only that, but people here in Colorado, we love local. So if there's small businesses coming here and opening up new restaurants, guaranteed you're gonna get the support that you need here in Colorado, because people love new restaurants, especially if it's not something that they can get anywhere. So.
Yep. Now we're gonna dive into number 9, which is Colorado has always been known for its strong economy.
Yeah, in fact, in 2019, US News actually said that Colorado was the 5th most business-friendly in comparison to all of the United States. And on top of that, it was rated 5th for the strongest economy in 2019.
And so even during the pandemic, so let's just say pandemic era, like 2020, 2021, when the majority of the country was at 15% unemployment, Colorado was still only at 12.5%. It just kind of showed how strong our economy was here and how it kept on going through the pandemic.
Yeah, we've had lots of people come and check out some of our local areas and restaurants and things like that. And a lot of our businesses actually did survive through the pandemic.
Yep. Because
I think that Colorado's really just believe in local first and trying to support small businesses. So that leads us into the 8th reason, which is Mother Nature.
And when we talk about Mother Nature, what we're really talking about is how Colorado pretty much has everything, right? It's got the mountains, you got lakes, you got the desert here, you got the sand dunes. We pretty much have everything except for, well, the ocean, obviously, and a rainforest, but we have everything when it comes to Mother Nature, and that makes it a great state to be able to do so many things in.
Yeah, in fact, there's 1/3 of actual Colorado land is owned by the government, which helps it keep it from being kind of overdeveloped in those areas. And then on top of that, I don't know if you know, but America the Beautiful is actually named after Pikes Peak here in Colorado Springs.
Yeah, she wrote it like when she went to visited Pikes Peak or something like that. So that's super cool. One of those founding songs for the country was kind of made here in Colorado.
Number 7 is that Colorado's population is really rich in military. And Colorado Springs was actually rated 3rd for the best towns to live for military in the US.
Yeah, Colorado Springs is actually pretty heavily, with the bases that are down there. You got Fort Carson down there, you got Cheyenne Mountain down there, you got the Air Force Academy, and then more up north you got like Buckley Air Force Base. Oh, I forgot to mention Peterson Air Force Base down in Colorado Springs as well too. There's a ton of military here in Colorado, and like Fort Carson, I know when I came back from Iraq, that's where we went. It's a great base. I think it's actually the largest base land-wise in the United States when it comes to the Army. So pretty dang cool, all the military that we have here in Colorado, and just how friendly we are here with military as well too. Colorado Springs, you definitely feel it when you're down there, all the different military. So yeah, it's awesome. And then number 6 we're gonna dive into is that Colorado is super pet friendly.
Yeah, so apparently when people are moving, the most commonly searched term is it dog friendly, which I had no idea. But here in Colorado, they said it was rated fourth in all of the US. So I definitely think that we are high up on the list on whether or not Colorado is dog friendly or pet friendly in general. More businesses here in Colorado welcome pets than any other state. I think you were ranked number 2 as far as pet friendly, number 1 being Oregon. But some of those things include, having, I think we have like 74 non-kill shelters, and then additional laws that actually protect some of our little furry friends.
Yeah, and there's dog parks wherever you go. I mean, we're northern Denver metro area, and there's just dog parks everywhere. Like Westy Hills is the favorite one that we like to go into, and it's 460 acres worth of a dog park. Seriously, you could run, you could hike, and just do whatever you want. Let your dogs just roam free, leashless. So it's super cool.
The 5th reason for moving to Colorado and living in our beautiful state is the incredible healthy living.
Yeah, guys, according to 2022, Colorado is the 4th healthiest state in the United States to live in. And the things that are contributing to that, we have the lowest obesity rate, we have the lowest diabetes rate between adults and children. So a lot of huge contributing factors to why we are such a healthy state.
Yeah, and I have to say, a lot of people move here to Colorado because they're looking for the great outdoors, or looking at our mountains, or looking at all those wonderful things we talked about, including the Mother Nature. And with that, you're active and you're participating in all the things that we have here in Colorado, which therefore increases your health.
Well, yeah, it's addictive. Like when you're constantly around someone who's doing all these activities, or you see people out there running, there's just something in you that makes you want to do the same things, And so there's a lot of that in Colorado. You always see people getting out and hiking, biking, doing all these great, awesome things. And so it's kind of addictive. And then with that, you become super healthy. All right, the 4th reason why you think you should move and live in Colorado is our people.
Yeah, so a lot of people have moved from other states, and the first thing they say is how laid back Colorado people are. Yeah. Yes, of course, we do have some people who are not like that. We do have a lot of people moving in from other states that may or may not have that same type of feel. However, Colorado as a whole has this very independent spirit, so much so that we are actually one of the first states to legalize a certain type of plant so that we can really just take off on this whole you do you living. So Colorado really stands for the whole, you do whatever you want to do, live however you want to live, you do you.
Yeah, we're definitely super accepting here. If you're coming to the state of Colorado, yes, there are those, just like Chelsea had mentioned, those people who are like, oh, get out of here, all the traffic, all the people and all the stuff moving in. But for the most part, you're gonna see that less often than you are people who are more accepting of everyone coming in there, different cultures, different people. And so we're super accepting here, and it's an awesome thing to have in Colorado.
All right, number 3 is going to be that we are relatively low with taxes.
Yeah, and so there's a stipulation on this because states that don't have these taxes in place obviously are going to be much cheaper. But when it comes to like state income tax, we have a flat tax here, which is actually going to be 4th in the United States after 3 other states. We are 4.55 flat tax state income tax here in Colorado. We have a sales tax, a state sales tax, which is the lowest in the country from the states that also that do have sales taxes, which is 2.9%. So it's pretty awesome that we do have those lower taxes. Something that we kind of always talk about is since Gallagher was repealed, our property taxes might be starting to go up a little bit. But before that, we were always known for our low property taxes too. But that's to be foreseen with the future. We don't know what the future holds, so
we shall see.
All right, the number 2 reason why you should move into and live in Colorado is there's always something to do.
Yeah, so it depends on what you're into. So if you're into the mountains, there is all the things, right? Biking, hiking, climbing, whitewater rafting, skiing, snowboarding,
red rocks,
snowshoeing. You name it in the mountains, we have it. Say maybe you're into more sports and things like that.
Yeah, we got our sports team. So we got the Broncos, which is obviously our number 1. We got the Rockies, we got the Nuggets, we got the Avalanche. And hopefully the Broncos is going to be a lot more entertaining here soon because we just got Russell Wilson. So that'll be something to look forward to.
Yeah, say you're into culture and the arts. We have the Denver Performing Arts Complex. We have all kinds of different museums. We have the aquarium downtown for any of the fun sharks and all of that. Our kids absolutely love those things.
Yeah, and unfortunately we're going to be losing Elitch's. They're going to be doing a whole new development project there, but there's still be plenty to do here in Colorado.
Say you don't want to be in Denver to take advantage of all the things to do. You can go anywhere and find an awesome golf course. There's also a lot of the different parks will host different 5Ks for different causes. So you pick a cause and there's typically something that you could do to support it.
Yeah, there's all kinds of, even if it's not for a cause, they have all the fun 5Ks too. So I think it's like a neon chalk one or something like
the
that.
big bubble
They have
one.
like a Splash. What's that water one where what's based off that one show, The Splash? I don't know, whatever it's called. Anyways, there's a ton of fun 5Ks to do as well too. The biggest thing is Colorado. We've mentioned this before. We have 300 days of sunshine. With that sunshine, there's a ton of fun that can be had in the state of Colorado.
That leads us into the number one reason that most people move here and stay in the beautiful state of Colorado, and that is our weather.
Yeah, and so you would think that you'd want to be in a state that's full of sunshine, but honestly, like a lot of you guys that are moving into the state of Colorado, it's because you want to take advantage of our 4 seasons, right? You get sick of the constant sunshine. Yes, beaches are great, but then it's also nice having that fluctuation of, okay, now I get snow, and I get a little bit of fall, a little bit of spring. Actually having all those seasons is super awesome to experience.
Yeah, and we've had several of our clients come in and say, oh my gosh, the snow is so beautiful, the air is so crisp, I can't wait to actually experience winter. One of our most recent clients said that, oh my gosh, I have to come back when it's cold again. I thought I was going to be able to experience your snow.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. And then we do have all different kinds of layers and clothing and fun events depending on what time of year it is here in Colorado.
Yeah, just with the fluctuating seasons and all that stuff too, you get the falling of the leaves, you get to see that snow. Most of the time, you get a white Christmas. It just depends on what Colorado decides to throw up to that day or whatever. So, but it's just, there's nothing like it. You get to experience it. We were seriously out like barbecuing in 60-degree weather the other day, where I guarantee you for like someone in Arizona, they'd be like, 6 degrees is freaking cold. And so to be able to experience that fluctuation of weather and those different, temperatures, it's something that's unique to Colorado. So we love that a lot.
All right, well, if you've stuck around this long, you got to see 10 reasons why we think that you should move and stay here in beautiful Colorado. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. As always, we're here to help with all your real estate needs.
Yeah, guys, we're going to throw that phone number in again once right again below right there. So until next time, we love you. Bye.
Bye. If you're new to our channel, Chelsea and Pete here, and we are the people. And we're going to go from 10 to...
It's the food that's here, and with so many people coming into Denver,
our beautiful state is the fact that we are super healthy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, that was bad. Really anywhere around Denver, and we have golf,